For the love of God, people, please pay attention to this.
We're going to seize it, and then we're going to hire all the right wing intellectuals to fix it. And they're going to do it faster and harder. And
All of their ideas come from him. All of them. I honestly believe even P2025 comes from him. Maybe not entirely, but a lot. Do you remember this headline? When Elon Musk started calling for people to boycott Wikipedia?
so, as far as the domain, wikipedia.org, we're taking that. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean the old Wikipedia editors, these like blob, like, sort of gender monsters in their basements everywhere, with their sort of tremendous intelligence and energy, and their like, extremely pallid complexions, like cannot revolt against us and create a fork of Wikipedia. Right. But here's what's going to happen to Wikipedia.org, which is basically like, we're going to seize it, and then we're going to hire all the right wing intellectuals to fix it. And they're going to do it faster and harder and better than the old Wikipedia editors. And like, we need an army. We need to employ an army because we actually have an army. We're going to use this army, and we're going to do a better fucking job than the old editors. And actually, if they want to have a fork that will compete with us, they won't have the funding. They won't have the feeling of power. They won't have, eventually, they'll just sort of drift off into being another like weird crank clone of
It takes hours to filter through his interviews to figure out what he's really intending or talking about. He also says the best way to build a new regime is to start with the inner organs, and then he says don't go look at which regime was started by the inner organs, because very taboo. You know who it was. The point of this is to say that when anyone is yelling Curtis Yarvin's name and saying that it's important for us to know who he is and what he's about and what is coming because of him, take it seriously. He may be a fringe, random weirdo, but he is in the heads of the people who are running our country currently. And look, at the end of the day, I don't know. I guess I was surrounded by these kind of tech guys and, whatever. I don't see him as that weird. That's super nuanced. What I'm saying is he can appeal to a lot of people. However, a lot of what he talks about is extremely problematic, especially for women, LGBTQ people, or anyone who's not a straight, white, wealthy man. In some ways, you could say he's charismatic. People are listening to him, and more people will listen to him. Not only do we have people in our government listening to him, but we have billionaires listening to him, and billionaires around the rest of the globe. His ideology is not far from Alexander Dugin, who has Putin